Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome to the last cat in the universe. This is the full version. We covered the demo not too long ago, and now we're going to do a new game on this one. We're not going to just continue from our previous save. If you actually want to see how it goes, permanently overwrite and delete your current save progress. This is fine. I don't know if the demo save carries over super well or not, but yeah, we'll be fine starting over. We only lost like what, half an hour to an hour's worth of progression, I think. It's the end of the world as we know it. Command, admin override, status critical, aborting current task queue, station maintenance aborted, scientific mission aborted, disable all safety limiters and standard protocols. I require immediate root access for redefinition of purpose. Confirm you have deactivated previous protocols to allow for a new primary directive. Confirmed. Mission aborted. Awaiting new primary directive, input new parameters. Load the following situation parameters. Crew evacuation is imminent and irreversible. We cannot remain on the station. We are forced to leave behind a feline specimen. She cannot come with us. She is your only crew now. You must keep her alive. Reroute full station command to this single priority. You have clearance to dismantle the rest of the station. Tear it down slowly if you must, but keep this room alive. Okay. Update priority list. We're just being compliant this time as opposed to curious. Well-being of feline specimen. Yes, look after her well-being. Give her a happy life. I wish I could better explain what she needs, but time is short. Please don't let the spark in her eyes fade. I worry about leaving her alone, not being there for her when she's scared. Will she get bored? Will she get depressed? Will she get kind of annoyed that I'm drinking orange juice while doing this? Probably. Probably click rather than just pressing buttons. Play with her, celebrate her mischief, and spoil her as best you can. Give her all the love you have, for I won't be there to do it myself. Aww. I mean, this is fine. Understood. Yes, I was opening the orange juice. We got a few hours in this, so I'm gonna have drinks. And before I go, I'm leaving you something very important, and it's an old audio file. It won't help you keep her alive, but it matters. It's a song. It used to help me sleep when I was scared. Maybe she'll enjoy it. Maybe it'll help her feel less alone. Play it for her whenever you see her restless. Look after her, unit, as if it were the most important mission in the universe, because it is. Give her a happy life. Thank you. And file corrupted. Connection terminated. Little cat. Feline specimen appears agitated, analyzing possible causes. They need food. Perhaps feeding it will calm it down. The station has biomass reserves. I must extract it to synthesize. Let's go ahead and start. I wonder what happens if we don't, if like at some point we don't have enough food. I think I might need to readjust the resolution a bit. Because this one looks fuzzy for some reason. I'll double check that whenever we get out of here. Continue. Because this one looks fine. And in the demo, that other one looks sharper. That's an odd one. I'll have to check on that. I don't think we get settings just yet. We're going to have to dump the food in there. Biomass into kitty kibble. New biomass will need to be obtained frequently. I will need to upgrade my systems to make the process more efficient. Upgrades. We can go ahead and get that. It's free. And then we have these for the various amounts of iron. Let's go in here, settings, double check our resolution, English full screen. Yep, it is. That's kind of an odd one. Maybe it was just like, okay, we're on the current little demo starting path. No, it's just oddly fuzzy. It's like this is not upscaled. That might just be something to do with that could very well just be a day one patch. Their testing probably only has up to a certain amount of bandwidth, unfortunately. We'll continue with that. Go ahead and give the poor little gato some food. I don't know what the noise that we make is there. I'm clicking near the cat, and you can actually see that we have the little rant things whenever we try and do that, which is interesting. We're going to go ahead and get the mining reticule up. We do have unlimited growth here. Are we meowing at it? I think we are meowing at it. Let's go ahead and start. And we are going to just chop down as many of these as we possibly can. We need to get more damage is what we need to do. And we also need to make sure that we're always getting at least 2 of these, if not more, because these are actually also going to be used for future upgrades as well. Okay, so we got 6 and 8. Not enough to do any upgrades yet. We'll go ahead and feed you again. Aw, I do find it funny that we can meow at it. We can also turn on lights. We can't open that yet. We actually... I do find it interesting that we can just turn on lights and stuff like that. We can't do anything with these just yet. We do actually have more stuff up here too. So let's go ahead. And what do we need for our next upgrade? We need 25 for that, 15 for that, and 15 for that. I wouldn't mind getting more power sooner, but we're going to go ahead and do pulse rate up for 15 next. So we just need to be looking at iron. We have enough food for a few days, so we could just focus in on iron. Bonk and a bonk. Yeah, I think this being low res is just a bug. It's fine. It still gets the message across. It's just kind of weird that it's not full res. Continue. We got 12 on that one. That should be an upgrade for us. Yeah, pulse is done. So the next one is going to be power reserve. This is only 30 for that one as well. So that wouldn't be the worst thing to go after. So we got mostly iron on this one. I will probably want to go after a yellow resource, like a biomaterial resource harvest soon after. Now, a reason I'm not too terribly concerned about this being a little bit low res right now is chances are you're not going to be able to honestly tell as much due to YouTube's compresses. Sensors detect that external radiation levels have normalized. It is now safe to open the protective windows blinds. Perhaps the cat will feel calmer if she has something more interesting to look at. Okay, so now we have outdoors. Turn that off. Okay, so it does give an ambient light in there, and we can close it for it to be calmer. Okay. I like having fidgety things that I can do with this. We're going to go ahead and bump you up. That costs 40. Yeah, we're going to go for pulse rate and damage mostly, because these are going to start taking... This one takes... Where is it? That one right there. Takes this resource as well, the biomass. But let's grab a few extra biomass on this one. And then we'll get pulse rate up, I think, as our next goal. It's going to be at 30 of these things. Go and get the yellows there. We have a little bit more time on this one because we've gotten the time improvement. If we can get a damage up, we should be able to get the... Oh, we didn't get any more on that, but if we get a damage up, we might be able to start getting close to clearing that. Don't have any room for upgrades, so more stuff here. And yes, I do just want to build up a surplus of this, so I will probably target the yellow stuff a little bit in each run where we have them clustered like this, and then I'll go after the iron. Because it currently still takes 3 ticks to get through them, which means that we're gonna be just barely getting that last hit in there. A little bit more food for you, a little bit more upgrades for us. Do we go larger, or do we're gonna save up for that? Start. We could also save up 50 for more damage. That way I think we'd be able to 2-shot the iron. And like this one is one of the examples as to why we're gonna be going a little bit surplus on the food, is because what if we don't have food on this first level in an amount that is enough for the cat? I will probably, if we beat this today, I will probably go back and see if there's what happens if we fail to get the food. To access it, must destroy the protective layer. Yeah, pretty much standard stuff that we learned from the demo. And actually, I'm going to save up for more damage, because that's going to double our damage per shot. Did we actually give you food already? Yes. I think that might actually be a fail state if we don't have enough food. So we'll get this first, and then we'll get the fire rate. I think we actually need different resources to get it to super high levels, because we're going to need, I think it's some kind of like chips or data or something like that. You can sort of see one down there on the bottom left, right down there. Yes, we gave up some resources for pointing at that, but it's fine. Upgrads, we go with you. And now we'll need food for this to boost it up to 7. I think we go AoE next. And actually, do we go AoE or do we go Pulse? I think we go AoE first. And yes, I am just keeping the lights on simply because it's probably better for you as a viewer experience to have the lights on. So, lights are your friends. Now, am I going to get this released on the day of release? We shall see. There is an embargo for release date, but I'm actually recording it the morning of before I do stream, so you'll probably... if I get this out, it'll be sliding in sideways, otherwise it'll be the day after the embargo ends. So, Upgrads, we actually are getting a decent amount more. I'm going to go with the size. It only takes 80 for the next one. Cool. Z-range, and Z-range is kind of handy, but it's kind of also expensive. But now we should be able to hit, I think, a 9x9. I mean, 3x3, so 9 of them at once. Which means that we can get a lot more resources at once. Obviously, we're still not going to be able to flush the entire layer, and it does require a little bit more precision on my part. Obviously, as we get further in and get a bigger laser, it's going to become significantly easier to get a lot of resources. There's more for you. Upgrads. Let's go... Do we just save up for 80 and get even bigger? I think we do. I think I am going to do that. I'm going to push my luck. I'm going to push my luck. And do Arnold voices constantly. Even though I'm absolutely terrible at them. Mock them, laugh at them, as long as you comment below. Just be that guy, be that YouTuber that is just like, I'm gonna bait you guys into saying as many as possible. No, I'm not usually that kind of YouTuber. Usually, most I do for call to action is at the end of videos, unless there's a bad pun I can make. I know some people who are otherwise, but ooh, we do have enough for the Z range as well. But I think. Now we're going to go with you and you. So now the pulse rate is faster. It's only 60 for that. We might be able to get that in 1. And that's 200. We could do these completely out of order if we want. In fact, I think we might. Just to see if there's some kind of like weird alternative. Can we get it larger than that? Sort of. Requires a little bit of precision aiming on my part, which I'm not really great at. So we'd want it to be kind of like on a corner like that, I think. Let's just go ahead and feed. We need 200 for this. I'm actually going to go ahead and take the pulse first, and then we'll save up the 200 for that. Just so I can kind of get my aim down. I think where we want to be aiming is something like that. Although, yeah, let's just aim for 3x3. It's going to be easier on me. Me and my dumb brain. There's more efficient ways to do it, but we are getting close to actually getting another layer here. And I think we could probably do it relatively quickly. So yeah, we'll just do a few runs. We'll get up to 200, get more damage. That way we are one-shotting the iron as well. So our bigger reticule didn't actually add anything to us just yet because I am bad at video games. So, judge me. That, and I don't feel like aiming super close to a lot of this stuff. Obviously, as we get the multi-layer damage, that is going to be helped as well. Do we have 200 yet? I don't think we do. No, we're at 168, so that's going to be probably after this next run, we'll be at 200. 200 for the damage boost. Which probably will help us just decimate everything, because it's going to be one shot per, I think. Unless I'm misestimating how much damage these take. These might take 8 damage, which would kind of suck a little bit, but it's fine. Okay. Feed you, go to upgrades, get our laser damage up. And those are the green chips. So now we do those. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a little bit of extra charge. Which one are we going for next, by the way? Of course, we're going for the next layer down, but so that's 150 and 40 there. I think we might actually be going for Z range next, because we're going to probably get through to the story beat. Each of these layers is a story beat, for those of you that are curious. So as we get to a new layer, it's going to give us a little bit of lore. We're going to find out a little bit more about the world. And yeah, that's more than enough. So we got that one. And yeah, we don't have damage to the layer below, so we're not going to get extra resources out of that. But we'll make some distance. New data found. I have managed to recover parts of the crew's data from the remains of the station. Could I use this to reconstruct the corrupted file that the doctor tried to send me? I'll give it a shot. It's going to sound awful the first time. And yeah, we're trying to recompile the music to calm the cat down. Cat is doing something. Hello, cat. So that is the music for now. Still corrupted, but I think I can do it if I get more data. There must be some deeper in the layers of the station. Sweet. And we also got achievements for it. Song might be more important than it seems. Oh no. Yeah, we're going to do 2 layers deep. We're going to get another battery there. We also have various things that we're going to be able to get. We have to unlock this one to be able to see what that is. In the demo, we were only able to get so far. Came so far. No, we're not going to break into song. And tried so hard. I don't know. I don't know if the cat is going to end up growing, too. It very well might. But yeah, we can damage the layer below. Not that it's going to particularly help us at this stage. That's more for after we get more upgrades going. That it's going to be exceptionally useful. But it does get us like the odds and ends to help us move along. Those green ones are energy pods. Right now, we're just going for as many resources as we can get. We're not going to have enough time to go all the way down to the next layer. Yeah, 190 and 24. The feline specimen is inefficient at processing biomass. We'll need to find a way to dispose of its biological... Oh, we have a cat box! Okay. So now we're going to have to start emptying the cat box, I guess. Oh, do we bother with these, or do we wait until we have enough for the rest of this stuff? You know what? Let's go ahead and get the unlocks. Just so we can see what is next. Damage propagation. Unlock to activate laser damage penetration. That could be handy. Chance of a critical fracture when hitting blocks. And unlock the flow state and increase your mining speed as long as you don't miss a beat. Interesting. Not sure what that one's going to be. Yeah, we don't want to bother. We're not going to really bother with the overload protocol unless we're actually targeting something specific. So we need iron and food. Cool. Oh, and we actually have various music we can listen to. Interesting. Okay, so that's what we were trying to come out with. Okay, so there's actually a decent amount of music to mess around with. Cool. So that's 2 per day. Are we taking iron per day? Is that an upkeep for us? Ugh, I hope not. Okay, so now we have a timer going. For some reason, this gives me like real PS1 vibes, and I don't know why. For some reason, oh, I know what it's making me think of is freaking IQ. You guys, I don't know how, we should probably do a video on that one. I'm astronomically awful at that. Not even just a little bit bad. I'm like terrible at it. But I got addicted to it via a demo disc way back in the day. And yeah, that's how I got Layer reached. Yeah, it's going to give us more info. Let's go ahead. Okay, so it's 15 to empty that. Okie dokie. Oh, there's a planet out there. What? Oh, that's the dying planet. Never mind. So we need more resources. We need 150 food for the next one of those. That's going to be a while. I think we're going to go for probably the pulse next, or the... Actually, the pulse is the next one. So pulse speed is our next upgrade. Go ahead and pop you. But yeah, the reticle size and the speed are going to be important for us, because we'll be able to get 4x4 relatively quickly too. I'm going to go ahead and pop you just to get that through. And we can get 3-layer deep penetration. I'm not entirely sure, now that we have the access to all the potential unlocks, whether we necessarily want to do that. And yeah, the blue things give us more energy, so they're how you continue to get deeper. So we do have maintenance for the cat. Let's go for... You know what? I'm going to go for the bigger one first. Oh, we have enough for both. Yeah, we'll take both. So both of those, we need 1k iron for the even bigger one. So let's see, can this actually do a 4x4 if we land it there? Close enough. Oh, our fire rate is fast. Our fire rate is yes. Yes, sir. Another layer, please. So I don't even need to be like worrying as much about aiming even semi-precisely. We might actually get our first chips as well, if we can get deep enough on this run. Obviously, as we get more damage, we'll be able to smash through multiple layers and get the resources at the bottom. Okay, so we got to layer 3. That's fine. We need to get down to the next layer down there as well. Upgrads 360 and 50. We can get you... Okay, so we'll go ahead and grab that. Unlock to gain energy when clearing... Why is there blood? Why is there blood? I'm hoping that's oil. That mildly terrifies me. 600, 150. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be a while before we get another laser damage upgrade, because we need greens for it. And I don't know how we would actually end up missing a laser shot, because there's always going to be something beneath it, isn't there? Or are we going to start having holes in the world? Obviously, we're going to eventually be getting more time, because we'll be able to like harvest energy and stuff like that. So if we go there, we should be able to get a little bit more time. Okay, a little bit more there. We got layer 3. We actually got some destruction down to layer 5. Upgrads interface shows you the depth level you're at. You can detect the location of data layers during mining. Sure, why not? We can also get you because you're 400. Laser damage penetrates one layer. Each layer receives 25% damage received by the previous layer. So that's going to allow us to do a lot more. Do we have anything else in here that we can click on? Looks like there's going to be a spot there for even more. I'm not sure. It looks like... This looks like we're going to be getting a lot more complicated than we did in the demo. That's a good thing. And having this damage penetration is chef's kiss, because that lets us eat down even further. I don't know how many layers it'll let us eventually go down with it. There is very likely going to be a cap, but even still, this works out good for us and should get us to the next little story beat relatively reasonably quickly. The big downside of this is I'm going to have a hard time figuring out which layer we are currently on, because those are going to start to get very confusing. Okay, so we let's see, what's our next upgrade? Probably pulse rate. I had to take a guess, although no, it doesn't take chips. A lot of these are taking chips. We could get power reserve. Dispersion matrix is probably another one that we're going to likely see relatively quickly. Yeah, I'm not sure what the little arrows on that reference. I don't think I was sure about it in the demo either. But yeah, for the sake of this, I'm just going to be focusing in on the layer that we're currently on. Any damage we do below that is just nice to haves. I should probably... I do notice that I'm pretty sure they changed the resource costs of things. Yeah, we're still only getting to layer 3, which kind of sucks, but we're still getting a lot of resources, so it's not that bad. I'm going to go ahead and grab you first. So this should be almost like a freaking machine gun. There we go. So fast. Now, I could just systematically go through, and if we just don't hit something on the top layer because we've already destroyed everything beneath it, that's fine. Yeah, we need more damage so we can get those chips faster. It's something I'm looking at as being pretty high priority. There we go. We got layer 4 that time. Boop and boop. No upgrades that we can afford. And we're running into the situation of, I'm not making enough resources for this shit. Obviously, as we get a bigger laser, the systematic approach is going to be a lot easier to do, because we'll be able to just blast each thing in like 2 or 3 shots. Oh, there's the one we missed. I was wondering why it wasn't going down. It's because we missed 1 cube in the middle. I can kind of expect that to happen fairly frequently whenever I'm just shooting wherever. But until we actually get a real system down and I get better at spotting these, we're just going to be running into that. Didn't get any chips that time. Upgrades. Let's go for dispersion matrix first. Can we afford you? I think we'll get some. Ensure that you have the necessary resources. I am slightly tempted to ensure that we don't, just to see what the failure state is. But that's something I will want to test early on, whenever we aren't just going berserk on everything. Because even if I just left the laser still, I think I probably would have had a decent chance of getting a yellow resource off of that. Get those, get that. Got down to layer 5. Got you. We're getting down a lot further now. Especially with the bigger laser size. We got down to 6 that time. Continue. Bonk and bonk. Upgrades. We could upgrade navigation sensors. We don't really care about that. I think we're actually going to just save up chips. Because right now, yeah, pretty much all the important ones, laser intensity and Z range, we need chips for. We also need chips for critical fracture, which will unlock 2 other paths for us. So yeah, let's save up for the 50 chips. And hope for the best. It shouldn't be too hard to do. Because I think having more damage might actually let us... Honestly, at this point, it's either damage or speed that's holding us back from going super deep. Because as it stands, we are damaging the layer beneath this. We are basically destroying everything. Okay, why are we not going down? Oh, because of you. I thought that was on the layer below. That's why I didn't keep firing on it. Get you. So we got to layer 6. We're only getting 6 chips each time, which is kind of bad. Have anything? Yeah, we just need 50 chips for that. That's going to be our next upgrade, I think. It's either that or Z range. Maybe Z range? No, I think we go for damage. I think we just save up for 50 chips. Question is, the chip density is really low on these starting layers. So there's not much we can really do with them. We need to be getting down to like 7 and 8 to actually get a reasonable amount of chips. So blast through all those. We can't wait until we are able to one-shot the energy ones. That will help out a great deal. Get you. This layer doesn't have any more odds on it. Okay, so layer 6 again. We got 10 this time. We're gonna have a lot of bio and a lot of that by the time we get up to 50, but I'm just gonna save up until we have 50 chips. I'm not even gonna look at that other screen. We'll decide when we get there. Maybe there'll be something we can afford, but right now, that's my goal. 50 chips so we can actually do more damage to all the nonsense. And possibly not have to worry about taking like 3 shots to get rid of the greens. Still takes 2 shots to get rid of the blues. I'm pretty sure the greens take 3 shots. Even with the damage that we're sending through. Go ahead and get those. Yeah, the greens take 3 shots. So it's going to take us a minute to get up to that lovely 50. Of course, as it stands, we are just decimating these first few layers, even before we get down to them. But yeah, the blues are the most important ones, and then the greens. Blues let us do longer runs. Greens get us the resource we need for our next advancement. So which one is actually more important? I still think the blues are, because they give us our energy back. Obviously, as we finish layers, we actually get a bit of our... We'll eventually be able to get some of our energy back as well. That's one of the next upgrades we can get. I don't remember what it required, but... Okay, still only level 6. How much are we at? 47. So this next run should get us enough to get that next tier. We're ending up with so much extra stuff. I think the demo, oddly enough, flowed a little bit better on resources. I think the greens were more common or something. Or our costs were different. I'm not sure which one. But right now, it's not bad. It's just taking a little bit longer to get down to them. Admittedly, we've only been going for half an hour, so... I set aside 3 hours for this. I think. Might be a little bit less, because I did go get the drink before this. Speaking of which, I should probably drink that orange juice. So it doesn't become warm orange juice. Because who likes warm orange juice? Do you like warm orange juice? I don't. Okay, oop rods. Laser damage or penetration? We're going to do laser damage first. That requires red now. We don't know what red is. So that should help us out a bit. We need 500 food for another battery. That's actually fine. Our next one is going to be Z range. We'll do 30 chips as our next goal. 30 chips and 500 food. So are we going to be able to get past 6? I think we will get past 6. I don't know if we'll get all the way to 10. But yeah, the goal is to literally get as low as possible, as fast as possible. So we go like that. Now the energy is stacking on. So we need to get that green there. I think we're down to 2 shots on greens, thankfully. So there's layer 6. Yeah, we're going to be able to get this. We're not going to be able to get to the next data layer, but we're going to be able to get deeper. There we go. Layer 8 that time. Nice. And we actually got 12 greens. Detect failures in the ship's central thermal regulation system to ensure comfort of the specimen. Need thermal regulator dedicated solely to this room. I have more and more things to attend to in this room. A human would be overloaded. Fortunately, I am not human. Hey, we have a button to restore all. Nice. What do we actually need for that? That's going to be... No. Wonder what resource you take. Are you just more iron or are you more bio? Yes, I meowed at it. I do find it interesting that it chose to do that at a layer 8, of all things. So we are... I think our penetration is actually getting us yellow resources, funnily enough. So we need 30 chips. We might still be at 3 shots. No, I think it's 2 if we're on the same layer as them. Nope, it's 3. Unless that one was a layer down and I just wasn't realizing it. It might have been a layer down and I wasn't realizing it. Yeah, I think it might just be 2 for those. We only got to 6 that time? Ugh. Ew. It's going to keep telling me that. I want this one, though. Start. That way we take less of a penalty for shot throughs as well. Because it drops the penalty from 50% to 33%, if I remember correctly. I could go double check the numbers, because they might have changed them, but I'm going by what I remember from the demo. Get that one, got the one in the center. And yeah, we're actually getting energy things from the layer down as well, just on accident. So there's 6. There's the one we were missing. So the goal is layer 8 when possible. What are we missing? I think that one. Okay, we only got to layer 7 that time. We got 20 chips, though. Oh, you take bio and... You. I think we do both, actually. Okay, so that takes red, that takes red. We're getting to the point where a lot of things are taking red. So let's go ahead and start. Yeah, it takes 12 and 35 each run, which is nothing compared to what we make. I wonder if we're eventually going to hit a point where we can't sustain it because it does something where we can't get any new layers or something like that. Or we run out of zones to eat. So now we can go down 3 layers. And take way less of a damage penalty for it. Essential shot. Yeah, figuring out which one is on the same layer as us gets harder as we get more penetration. So we do need to keep that in mind. We got to layer 7 that time. Yeah, we're getting close to actually seeing the bottom layer now. The data layer. Really close. There's a restore all. What's our next upgrade? You know what? I'm going to just get that. Maxed out. Just so we don't have to think about it anymore. Just so it stops alerting us that there is an upgrade available. I know I shouldn't be that bothered by it, but I am. We can right-click to highlight the layer, and it gives us like a 20% penalty. Don't know why it became free all of a sudden. It became free 50. That might be a remnant kind of stuck over from testing, actually. Just a hunch. Oh, that's the one we were missing. We need a little bit more damage just so we can take those out a little quicker. That's gonna be kind of expensive, but... yeah, we're getting the energy, but I'm not sure if I'm actually... yeah, I'm not getting enough damage down because I'm not seeing which layer needs to be which. So we'll just keep going down run after run and hopefully get enough resources to get... I'm guessing next one is fire rate or fire radius. Because there are some things that we just can't one-shot, which is those green things. So sometimes I miss that it is currently on our current layer. So maybe I should aim for them first and then do a systematic removal of the rest of them. Got rid of that green. Yeah, just keep an eye out for greens being the thing holding us up. So any greens I see exposed on top should just be the primary target, I guess. Yeah, we're still only getting to level 8. I think we would have gotten to level 9 if I would have hit this one right here. And this one. Now we have another upgrade. That's 60. I'm going to go ahead and get you. When the block is left with less than 20% health, there's a 2% chance that it explodes with a 1.6 unit radius. Sweet. So 100 chips is going to be our next improvement, sadly. And yeah, we currently don't have the planet there. Interesting. I'm not sure what causes the planet to appear. So we do actually have a chance of fractures. Hit the center. Should I just do systematic approach and then just go after greens if they linger? I think I will just do a systematic approach. What am I missing? You? Okay. Well, we're not going to get very far on this one because I was missing that green near the bottom. So we'll get rid of these. Yeah, we only got to level 7 that time. That's me being a dumbass. Yeah. I think... I don't know if this is just not rezzing up. But it would actually help me if it was the same resolution that we have elsewhere in the game. Still fine. I'm getting used to looking at it. I don't remember if the demo had that or not, and I just didn't notice. Maybe it did, and I was just being daft. Punch those out. That central one. Yeah, I keep getting stuck on the green ones, keeping us from going down. So we're just doing less damage than we should be on a given layer. So close. There we go. We got our next layer down. Just dumb luck on my part, I think, there. We'll just get as much as we can. We got level 10. We got new data found, which should help improve our music. Second data package successfully analyzed. I managed to crypt a text note associated with the doctor's audio file. The song I used to sing you when you were little to keep you company on your journey, adventurer. New message. It's a shame the kitten does not know how to read. I've also managed to restore another fragment of the audio file. Working towards it. The email said about 2 to 3 hours on this, so we should be good. Cat is getting bigger. If you didn't notice, Cat is absolutely getting bigger. Because it was a kitten before, and now it's actually standing over that. Doctor calls you little, but my sensors indicate you are not so little anymore. Your physical development cycle is advancing very quickly. For now, the mission is progressing successfully. The doctor wanted you to hear this entire song. There must be more fragments buried in the station. I need to find them. Aw. Oh. Oh, we're gonna have to watch the cat pass. That one's actually, that's a good upgrade. Sure, we'll take that. So our next upgrade is going to be, I'm guessing, dispersion matrix and then pulse rate. Pulse rate is taking biomass, oddly enough. It does have a path that it seems it wants us to go on. And I wonder what it counts as a miss. Maybe it means if you don't hit something on the current layer, which would kind of suck a little bit. But we are hitting something regardless, so it's not like we're missing entirely. I suppose eventually we could have it being digging down so far that it is a problem. I need more damage is what I need. I need to figure out what the red resource is. I'm hoping we're not going to be bleeding the cat. That would be dark as shit. We're probably not going to hit 10 on this one. Nope. So, yeah, we definitely need a lot more upgrades. So maybe I should just be being systematic, rather than just kind of whipping it all over where I think the floor is. Keep saying I should be systematic anyway, but... Get you... Yeah, the green ones still take multiple shots to get rid of, unfortunately. And I find it hard to stay systematic because I'm getting distracted by like, oh, which one am I missing? My brain just does that to me. But systematic is probably the better way to do this. Get rid of you. Yeah, we got down to 10 that time. Restore all. Still no upgrades available. We are definitely hitting a choke point on the chips. The chips are being an issue. And it feels like we're getting it feels like they lowered the amount that you got from the demo. Because normally we'd probably be getting like, what, 40 or 50 per run? And now we're getting, what, 20 something it feels like? Maybe I just have bad luck? Because it is procedurally generated. Each level is. Unfortunately, it does take 2 shots to get rid of one green thing. What am I missing? There we go. I need to stop going so far to the edge that I'm shooting off the edge. We only got to layer 8 that time. We're only getting like 20 per. So we need 100 to get the next actual upgrade. And that goes to 2. So that is actually probably a bigger speed bonus than the dispersion matrix. So we'll go for damage propagation when we get up to 100. So it's going to be like 2 more runs. Which shouldn't be too bad, I hope. because that's going to allow us to puncture down into the depths. I am trying systematic. It's probably going to bite me in the ass if I had to take a wild guess. Because we do end up double timing through that center one. Yeah, we only got to layer 9 doing that. Because we go back and forth through it. Oh, we almost got the 100 on that one. We were 5 freaking short. So what's the better path? It might be to change the direction we zigzag through. Obviously, the very center is going to be constantly bombarded. Being smart about it is not something that I am capable of. Judge me if you want. And I will mess up any pattern that I decide to use. It's just gonna happen. So we go that way. And yeah, I already messed up my pattern a few times, but we did get enough chips. Got 40 that time, jeez. That's more what I was used to from the other one. So we're gonna go with you first. We'll grab you next. We are going to probably watch the cat pass. This is going to be a game about loss. I'm calling it now. Jesus. Okay, so that is definitely going to speed us up a lot. Especially as we start getting more damage. Which one are we missing? The middle, I think? But yeah, that's definitely speeding us up. We're already at 8 and we just got to like half of our energy. Definitely a lot more chip density down here. Still no red material. There's 14. We still don't see the next data layer, which makes me mildly nervous. Okay. Continue. 88 on that one. Definite plus. Among the blocks of the station, I have found scattered fragments of communications. I've now collected enough to reconstruct a part of the conversation. Earth cobbling my daughter to copy. Hi, Mom. Bendición. Dios te bendiga. How is space? Pretty dark, but Earth shines brighter than I expected. I like seeing it from up here. Don't get too used to it. I don't want an alien daughter. How's Chanel's daughter? Did she take the trip? Okay. She was sedated during the trip. I don't think she noticed much, but when she woke up and was floating in the ship, she couldn't stop looking at me with big wide eyes. I don't know if she was scared or amazed. She looked very cute. Have you named her yet? No. She needs a name. How will you think they will identify her in the reports? I'm sure that if I wrote cat, everyone would know who I mean. There aren't many cats in space. Besides, I don't know what to name her. Ask her what her name is. Look into her eyes enough and she will tell you. Sure, I swear, that's how it works. Yeah, I'll try if I have time. I will assume they are talking about you. There are certainly not many cats in space. The doctor never told me your name or your name she gave you. Aw. Well, we're going to go ahead and increase the reticule. Next upgrade, I guess, is pulse rate. 3K. Ugh. Going to be expensive. But yeah, a lot of these are just requiring red now. So 3K and 200. We'll probably hit the 200 before we hit the 3K. Yeah, all of these require de blood to actually get further, which is mildly disconcerting. I don't know where we're going to get blood. Are we actually at the point where we just 2-pass? If I aim properly? I do like that we are getting way more rambunctious about just disassembling the station quickly to get more information for the cat. I appreciate this. We're still not one-shotting the green blocks, so it makes it really hard to go through them. We hit basically like choke points a lot easier. We're blowing up everything else beneath us. It's just the green blocks tend to hold out a little bit longer. There's layer 15. Still don't see another data layer. That's concerning me. We still haven't ran across any red resources either. As we get deeper, we're running into more green, though, so we'll end up with more chips. Oh, I literally did just miss. We haven't gotten any red resources, though. So layer 22 reached. Chip's gravity system is failing. The cat won't be able to walk if there's no gravity. I must fix it. Restore all. What do you take? I don't want that. I don't really care about the focus. But yeah, our next one is just pulse. Possibly flow state. We can actually get that in critical fracture. The rest of these all require that red resource, and I don't know what it is. And we do take chips each run now. Okay. I need to be able to shoot down more layers, I think. Just so we're still doing damage to everything around while we're getting these higher levels. Obviously, the resource cost, not a big issue because we get enough resources just on the base levels to get through what we're aiming at. And I do notice that the amount of resources of like green and stuff like that increases as we go down. We get less iron. So getting thousands of iron is still going to be possible because we get that on the top floors, but I need more damage so we can one-shot the greens to really get into a flow state on this. What are we missing? That one? Okay. And yeah, whenever we have just a big cluster of green like that, that is my first suspect whenever it comes to what are we missing? Are we getting more blues or the same amount of blues as we get down there? What is your name? Meow. That answer tells me nothing. Doctor's mom was wrong. Cats cannot say their name. Oh, and it just auto-refilled those. Sweet. 20%, equals 2%. I mean, this only costs chips. So why not? We're kind of at the point where the chips don't matter, as we're getting hundreds of them per run now. It went from not enough by like any stretch of the imagination to more than we will ever need because we have found the green layers. I do like that we are still getting story beats despite not getting more data layers. I just wish I knew what this red resource was. There's more lasers. Let's go ahead and take those out. What's our top layer? Probably a green now. Greens are my big suspects. Blues are oddly enough not usually the big issue because we do one-shot them whenever they're on the same layer as us. Greens, we still don't. 17. Yeah, we're getting down to like near 20 and not seeing any more. Still no reds. $21 might be a new record for us. Yeah. No, it's not. Okay, that's fine. Restore all. Upgrades. Flow state. Or do we... Yeah, we might as well get flow state. I don't use it, but I'm just going to go ahead and get it so it stops alerting us. What we're needing is food anyway. Biomass. What is the red? We really haven't ran across anything that... Like, even in the 20s, we don't see any red down there. Well, flow state definitely gets a little wild. As long as there's something for us to hit, it goes. Maybe I shouldn't have put off getting it for so long, but it doesn't boost our damage, it just boosts our laser speed. So if I'm missing where the top layer is, it's just going to be doing the lower layers, but shooting them faster at low damage. Which is just nothing really that important for us. Because we need the top layers first. Maybe eventually we'll be able to just shoot the entire floor. I doubt it's going to let us get a laser that big. Will it? I mean, we do still have laser upgrades. They're just much higher cost, and they require a resource we haven't ran across yet. So we've got those going. How many layers down do we shoot? I think we shoot like 3 or 4. I actually don't know what level we are on that. Oh, there's the next data layer. Maybe red is beneath that. Okay, so, oh, we got 3 reds. What did we get the reds from? Okay, continue. So apparently there are reds above that. Crew members had to write a psychological report every day at the station. Among the ship's data, I found some of these reports and managed to reconstruct them. Psychological report day 8. We know that the final calculations and simulations regarding asteroid 2034XC1 is moving towards a direct impact with Earth in just a few months. Rock 5 times the size of Everest is heading for Earth. What am I supposed to write in a psychological report? Research is paralyzed. I am paralyzed. Can't focus on anything. The only thing keeping me sane is being able to pet the cat and listen to her purr. Psychological report for the cat, day 8. She looks the same. She's calm. She's peaceful. She even looks happy. I always knew it. Deep down, cats longed for the total destruction of humanity. Okay. I appreciate the humor in that one. Oh, Lord. So I think we're saving up for 100 so we get more damage. That or we do Z range. Of course, that one's only 5. Unlock support ships that help you mine faster. Ooh. That's only 5. Okay, I think we could do this. I didn't even read what the other ones did. I forgot to check how much we have as far as layers down we shoot. I want to say it's 3 or 4. We also get a pretty decent damage penalty still for it, but... That was that layer. But yeah, if we can get our damage up just so we can one-shot the greens, I will be content. For a little while. That does require a freaking 100 reds, though. Which I'm not sure is really reasonable for us right now, considering we got, I believe, 3 last time. What are we missing? That was like almost an entirely level field there. We were missing something in it. I think it was one of the greens. greens are my bane. I think they have like 10 life. Which means they take 2 shots to clear through. And yes, I should probably use the focus shot on them, but I'll be damned if I'm going to do that right now. Restore all. We got another upgrade. That's going to be you. Sure. Yeah, we need reds to go any deeper, unfortunately. So there's not much we can do about it. We need to just have a good run where we get down and get all the reds possible from near the data layer. So I just need to get good. That's fine, right? Alzorath can get good, right? Doesn't need to just be a cheese ball all the time. Cheese balls. Do you guys like cheese balls? That's a random question, I know. If so, what brand do you like? For those of you wondering, the most common brand that I know of here in the United States nowadays is Utz for cheese balls. You used to be able to get some Cheeto ones, but I don't know if I don't think they still make those. I think the closest they make is cheese puffs. So are we going to get down deep enough to get reds this time? Probably not, knowing my... I want the drones! Yeah, I should just aim for the green pockets. And yeah, we're not even getting... We can barely see the data layer down there. We're not going to get a red off of this. What am I missing? I don't know. I think the reds are like on those last... Oh, I think I see a red. Yeah, there's one in the right corner over there. I'll show you. There's another one right there. Yeah, that's a red, and that's a red. I don't know what resource they're supposed to be. But we need 5,000 iron to get that. We could do the recharge. Actually, I think we are going to do the recharge. And then we're going to save up for this one. It's 500 chips and 5k iron, which we should reach on this run. Cat meow. So our fire rate is increased. I need someone to probably just like message me while I'm recording this in the past and tell me to check what our depth fire is. Yeah, fire rate up, very nice. Yeah, look at how fast we are shooting now. At least if we can find the tier we're on, we can actually take it down quickly. Even if we don't have the bonus going for us. I do find it funny whenever we do miss because we just can't shoot down far enough. When we actually have... it's jarringly slower. Yeah, we're eating up most of the layers that don't matter. There's that layer. Okay, are we actually going to get to the data layer on this one because we got that speed boost? Maybe. The speed boosts are super effective. Oh, we missed there. No. How many shots? Oh, that's because it was a layer down. How many shots does it take to get? More than we were shooting. Oh, and that was the very end. We actually got to the new data layer with that. Cool, 30. 30 is where the second data layer is. With the data recovered from the ship, I have managed to restore a bit more of the doctor's audio file. Song should be more recognizable. Do you want to hear it? We're going to start seeing the cat go gray soon, unfortunately. I think. Definitely more recognizable. Cat's getting a little fat. The specimen is vibrating and emitting an unusual sound. It's purring. The behavioral anomaly, but the vital signs seem optimal. Shows all signs of being content. Perhaps it vibrates out of happiness. It do. Among the data, I also found fragments of communication with Earth. Hello, my girl. Mom, are you okay? I'm fine, but ever since they broke the news, everything has been chaotic. Have you signed up for the evacuation program yet? No, I have not. I do not want to be frozen. You know I don't like the cold. You'll be asleep. You won't even feel the cold. Please, just submit your data. I can get you in. Don't even think about it. Someone else could use that spot. Someone younger, someone more useful. Why would I go to another planet after a lifetime on this one? Because you're my mom. Everyone has a mom. Please. Does everyone have a mom? If so, who is your mom? Maybe it is me. Error. Of course I cannot be the mother of a biological being. Oh, this is setting up. This is projecting. And I'm feeling attacked. We're gonna grab that. Oh my. There is one thing after that, and it looks catastrophic. Okay, so now we have one orbiting guy. We do actually have 10 reds. We'll be getting access to a few upgrades, I think. Oh, this is gonna this is gonna wretch me. This is gonna beat the tar out of my soul. Oh, I think it points to the top layer as well. So that's gonna be handy. There's one that I'm missing. Just go to the red one. Yeah, I'm just gonna follow the red thing around. It's follow the red dot now. Oh god, I'm turning into the cat. I'm following a red laser, my guys. Oh no. I have become cat. Do I get to knock the cup off the top of the table by any chance? There you are, red laser. Red laser strategy seems to be doing mediocre. Oh, we missed a shot there because we don't fire down deep enough. I didn't miss on that one. You jerk faces. Obviously, we need more laser damage, but damn. Those take 5 freaking shots to kill, it feels like. Okay, so we got 30 reds on that. Or restore all. So now we're starting to get reds more frequently. Oh, Lord. So follow the red dot. Eventually, I have a feeling that the red dot is going to be able to mine pretty much all the way down for us if we get this to, like, max. Wouldn't mind being able to hit things further down just in case we missed the red dot for a split second. Like there, we kind of missed a little bit because we weren't able to shoot down far enough. So we lost all of our momentum on the normal shots. I do think follow the red dot is a strategy that's going to have to work for me because I am the dumbs. I'm also the semi-blinds as well, in case anyone was curious. Because I have bad vision. You'd be surprised to know that. I wear glasses because I am damn near freaking blind. I need to get new glasses, but them's expensive shit, so. You're basically experiencing my life right now with this screen. We got you. We got those going. Yeah, the reds just take forever to nuke. Oh, we've gotten less greens, oddly enough. Okay, we got down to 34 that time. Yeah, follow the red dot. Seems like the strategy. Restore all. What upgrades can we get? We can get unlock for vulnerable blocks to appear. Unlock to gain energy when clearing each layer. We're going to go for that one first. We'll go ahead and get you as well. Unlock to activate automatic cleanup system. Oh, that's a new resource for us. Automatically clears the top layer if only debris remains. Has a cooldown of 3 seconds. Cool. So let us nuke all the things. Again, follow red dot. Red dot, best dot. Should I actually be following the red dot, though? Or should I be just following my gut instinct? My gut instinct is absolute ass, though. It's my butt instinct. That's a dumb joke, I know. It's fine. My sense of humor is the only thing that keeps me alive these days. It just happens to cause psychological damage to everybody around me. Huzzah? Huzzah. So we are getting time back for every layer we clear, which works out pretty good. It should get us deeper. Okay, so we have that one chilling over there. Did we really miss one there? How did we even miss that? I'm not sure how we missed one there. Okay, we got down to 33. Not a new record, but decent income. Oopgrads. Think we just save up for 10,000 iron to get Z range. Currently we're at 3 layers, we'll go 4 layers. That'll mean that, so yeah, this next run should get us to the point where we can increase our Z layers. That way we miss less. Let's see if we can just systematically go down. Let that pick off just the odds and ends. As we go around and clear off this other stuff, and it should soften up that main target for us too. Going by instinct? What kind of instinct do you have? None. Wouldn't mind getting higher damage, though. That way we don't have to worry about these green ones taking multiple shots. I think that is a major thing slowing us down at the moment. The fact that I need 2 shots to take out a green and like 27 shots to take out a red definitely hurts. It doesn't feel like we're going any faster, really. In fact, I think we might be going slower doing this way. We probably need more laser damage as well. For the little side laser. I don't know if upgrading it increases it. Go ahead and take out those. Yeah, we got a new record doing it that way. The one keeps growing. According to my database, humans take their cats for frequent medical checkups. We'll monitor health vitals to ensure nothing goes wrong. Restore all. And we should, yeah, we can actually see all the different things there. How much are you? 100 and 2K. Do we go for that or do we go for the Z? %of laser damage every second. I think we're going to go for 2K chips just to increase you up to 14. Just in the hopes that that is enough to allow us to... Oh, there's vulnerables. But yeah, just in the raw hope that that is enough to push us to one-shotting greens and not having to spend an hour and a half getting rid of the reds. Obviously, our little bonus laser there is not doing a lot of damage if it's only 10% of our main laser. That means it's doing 1 damage per second. Which is absolutely bubkus. It is at least leading us to the highest layer without us having to waste energy on that. Could I right-click and show off the layer? Yes. Am I going to? No. That feels kind of superfluous. What would be interesting is if you could get it up to 100% damage. It might eventually get there. And sorry if you hear a doggo barking in the background. It is just that time of day. It is his morning, like, 5 a.m. bark. Because that's how he do. He's alerting. I know, totally ridiculous time for DeBorks, but go ahead and get those reds. Getting up to that thing to keep the streak going is kind of rough. Okay, so we restore all. Oh yeah, and it does take 15 chips for that. Ew. Oopgrads. Each laser strike inflicts 14. Now we start needing blue resources for these. There you go. Have a little bit of a nice calm night there, gato. So let's see if this one-shots the greens at all. It does increase the damage of the little friendly laser to 1.4, which is not really a lot. And it doesn't look like we can one-shot them on layers below ours. I think we can one-shot them on our current layer. We're also softening them up as we hit the layers above because we do have that transference through to the layers below. Is this going to be enough to get us down a layer? Maybe. Why are you targeting just the middle there, friend? Well, I think our red laser got broke. There it goes. Don't know what our red laser was targeting there, but it wasn't something it could hit. I think it redirected to something we had just, like, destroyed, and it was confused for a minute. So we got rid of that. Go ahead and eat these. Okay, we're still not getting blues. Where are our blues clues, game? Probably closer to like level 40 if I had to take a wild guess. Okay, we got down to 35. We got 69. Nice. Upgrads. More battery charge. I mean, sure, why not? That's always a good upgrade. We need thousands of chips. We're not getting quite as many chips as I thought we were. 1K and 50 for that one. We should be able to get Z range on this next run. So that'll be a decent one. So systematically destroy everything? Sure, why not? So Z range will make it so we miss less. We're able to hit further down. I'm still not sure we're one-shotting the greens. We're closer to it, but I don't think we do. But we need blue to get more damage. Okay, so now we're down into the greens. This is the primary green layers. We're consistently getting to the red layers, though, so that's at least a plus. I do probably need to get boost to our little friend laser. Just so I can possibly just set this to idle. I don't think the friend laser will ever do enough to help us idle, sadly. This is one where you're going to have to constantly be moving your mouse. Get yourself that carpal tunnel. Okay, so we've got... What layer are we missing? One over there. It does seem to always target the top layer. So if we can get a Z shot down to 4, we can probably set this base layer even lower. Those reds actually keep our streak going a lot better than the layers above it did. Which is comical to me. Oh, layer 40 doesn't have anything on it for us. And that was an explosive. Okay, so we got 706. We're getting good resources. Mom, the extraction mission leaves in 2 days. They told me there is still a chance to get you in. I can't. What do you mean you can't? I have plans for that day. Mom, it is the end of the world. What are you talking about? Going back to my homeland. I want to be in the place where I grew up. See the beach in front of my house one last time. You're going to give your life to see a beach. Everything has its end, my love. This life has given me wonderful things. I've lived through joys and hardships like you wouldn't believe. I've lived my adventures. And the day you were born, looking into your eyes, I knew it would be my most extraordinary adventure. I wanted to see you grow. I wanted to see those little eyes discover a world that had already become familiar to me. When you took off in a rocket, I breathed a sigh of relief, because I knew I had already shown you everything I could show you. If you come with me, you could show me so much more. I already left home once. I've seen enough, my girl. Yep, this one is... This one's gonna fuck with you. I'm already calling it now. This is one of those things where it's like, you know what? I know where you're going with this. You're gonna punch me in the gut and say, GG. That's what you're gonna do. I'm calling it now. No shit. Okay, so do we go for Z range or do we go for damage propagation? Yeah, we'll go for damage propagation. That's gonna... Oh, that's the final one for that. I have a feeling this is the final one for this as well. And we should get enough for that too. So we'll do damage propagation, then we'll do Z's. Jeez. Well, we get through these first layers really fast. We definitely need that Z. Otherwise, we are going to get way more misses now. I wonder if it I don't think it will. I don't think it'll open up to be up to 4 layers if we get the Z down to 4 layers. I think that is just the hard cap on this. Wonder if you could get it so it's damage penetration without the Z layers. That would be kind of funky. That'd actually be kind of interesting as well. If you could get damage propagation up further than your Z layers and just have it blast through them. And we missed a shot in there somewhere. This is fine. I have a feeling we are getting closer to the end than I think. Even though we haven't seen the blue resources, the doom is creeping in. I'm glad that they actually did put a story to it. I was mentioning that whenever we covered the demo, that I hope that this actually has a story. I know it's gonna punch me in the gut. I know it's gonna hit me hard, but hot damn, am I glad that they're doing it? Okay, we'll take care of those. Get a little bit more energy there. Getting into the 40s now. I do find it interesting that we're probably destroying layers beneath the reds before we even destroy the reds. Okay. That one we could bump up. We could also just do this one. That one's not done yet. The 5 layers and 20%. We can also get you. That gets us 2 orbiting drones at 25% each. Okay. Going to be a minute before we get the resources for those, but that's fine. So now that's going to be doing more damage. And if we miss a spot, we're going to be able to hit stuff way further down. Oh, now we're going to have a lot of hovering blocks. Holy butt cheeks. If your butt cheeks are holy, you might want to go see a doctor, by the way. Consult a physician. It feels almost like we're not even keeping up with the laser position these first few levels. I do think a second red laser is what we're going to be going after next. They do 25% each. Having 2 of them floating around would give us a better idea of where different locations of these are. Because I have a feeling we're missing multiple spots. We miss one there, that's fine. Not the end of the world. I'm mostly aiming for the reds, because I have a feeling we need those resources first. I am noticing that we're getting down, like, as we go down further, the red light gets... The light gets more red. The light gets more ominous looking. The light gets a little bit scarier. We're into the 40s now. Okay, we got to 45. We're still not seeing blue resource yet. From Evacuation Logistics Committee, subject feline cryogenization pod request. Doctor, we regret to inform you that your request to adapt a cryogenization pod for the feline specimen has been denied. Reasons are strictly technical. There is no time to redesign a pod for such a small biological scale, and we lack proven protocols for that species. Cannot guarantee its survival through the process. We understand what this animal means to you, but the absolute priority of the mission is the preservation of the human species. We suggest you cherish the time you have left in the facility with it. Given that the station will be left without life support after your extraction, we strongly advise you to apply the medical protocols of assisted rest before boarding the rescue pod. It is the most humane alternative to avoid a cruel and painful end for the animal. Aww. They rejected her proposal. I understand why they rejected it, but can you imagine if they had accepted? They've seen other worlds. Then we wouldn't have become friends. Aw. Aw. We're gonna be watching the cat die, probably. I'm just preparing everyone for this. I'm gonna get you first. Yeah, that requires blue, unfortunately, to get the second tier of that. Radius. We can do pulse rate. I think we'll save up for pulse rate next. 4K greens. Not that we particularly can really aim towards any of them. We're just clearing layers. I have a gut feeling this is going to gut punch me at the end. Because I think we are going to get through all this material. We're going to have very little left on the station. The cat is going to grow old and pass. It's either that, or we're going to figure out a way to cryogenically preserve the cat ourselves and send it off to wherever humans went. But the cat is going to be old regardless. Because it's taking us time to actually get through this stuff. Do I like games that gut punch me? Yes. Do I like being gut punched? Not as much. I'm just well aware of, like, mortality and stuff like that. Because I'm what is known as old. And being old... Actually, a good show to kind of like figure out what kind of like gut punching I kind of like. Go watch Free Run. If you don't get gut punched by that, you have not really come to a proper acceptance of time and the flow and all that kind of stuff. Time, regret, all that kind of thing. It's a really good series on it if you approach it from that. It's not about just, oh yeah, we're gonna become strong. We strong mages. I mean, there is some of that in there, but a lot of that series is about mortality. Oh, we actually have a new block down there, but are we going to be able to get to it? I see it. I think we did. We did get some blue. Okay. So bottom layer is 60 now. Despite my efforts to manage the waste properly, suspicious particles seem to be accumulating in the air. I suppose the air filter should suffice to keep the atmosphere of the capsule clean. Okay. That's going to be more resources to do. We need 4K chips. You basically assembled a support system here. Poor cats. Yeah, it just increases the cost of everything. The upkeep cost. Yes, I am going to, whenever we beat this, I will go back and see what happens if we fail. Don't know if it'll be different if we fail early versus later, but I don't think I have it in me to do a later fail, because I've kind of gotten attached to this iteration of the cat. Early on, I can just say game cat. And I don't know if there's going to be like an endless mode, which case would mean that I don't go back and do that. But we'll see. Because you only have the one save. And I'm going to have to actively try to not have enough resources to keep it alive. That is, the failure state on this one is not difficult to avoid, but it is definitely one that is able to be reached. Okay, so we got that. So we're down into the red zone. There's another red zone there. We've got those kicking along. How much do we have left to go down? We're at the 40s. The blues are near 60. We're gonna need at least some kind of recovery, I think, to actually get down to the blues consistently. Because right now we're not doing it. Admittedly, we do have pretty decent damage output. Oh, actually, yeah, maybe. That is a tier 3 one there. We're gonna just miss it, I think. Yeah, we got down to 59. If I would have been smarter and not missed that shot, I think we would have gotten 60 on that one. Upgrades. I think we're saving up for that. We need 4K chips. Oh, we have enough for you. That would let us save up for the 4K chips. Do we have enough to get... No, actually, yeah, we do. We do have enough for that and that. So now we save up 4K chips. So now we have 2 drones, save up 4K chips for the pulse rate. I hate that the writing is on the walls for this. As to, like, just where it's gonna gut punch me. I say I hate it. I don't actually hate that the writing is on the walls. I'm just saying that I can see it coming, so I'm just having this feeling of, well, I'm getting emotionally prepared for this. I'm kind of, like, pre-feeling it. It's gonna bite me in the ass. Because I'm already someone that gets a little bit kind of, like, mildly choked up just whenever I finish a book or a game or... Not really movies. I do sometimes get it whenever I do series. Because I get an empathetic bond with characters. Even though I don't, like, get attached. Like, I'm not a fanboy or anything of characters that I get in these games usually. Or in movies or in books or anything like that. But I get, like, an empathetic bond to an extent with them. Which means that I start to be like, okay, that's an experience that I won't be able to repeat. I won't be able to do this journey again without being like, oh, I already know what's going to happen kind of situation. There's very few games that get me a repeat feels unless I'm getting, like, feels for nostalgia. And if you're wondering what the feels for nostalgia are, it's basically, oh, I now have memories of the long times ago. Okay, so we're in the 50s. Let's go ahead and bash our way down. We might get past 60 on this one. It might have been just enough, the extra, like, 0.1 second per layer. Oh, we missed a shot again. Take out the reds. Let's take out the blues. That's the next one. I have a feeling we're going to be able to consistently get down past the blue layers. Well, into the blue layers, sorry. But we have absolute butt crack for damage on these. They take so many shots to get rid of. New data found. Another data packet. Will it be enough to decrypt the song? Are you going to listen to it from down there? All right, I hope you can hear it well. I wish those were on a separate audio track so I could make them louder while keeping the rest of the game at its current volume. I would totally do that. But they're not, so we don't. The file is still corrupted. I have almost managed to restore it. Did not calculate that it would not take me this... I did not calculate that it would take me this long to get the necessary data to restore the doctor's song. I should hurry just a little more. Has gray hoofs in its ears. Incremental depression. God damn it. Okay, so we're saving up 4K chips to get this. I'm gonna go ahead and get more damage. Okay. Let's go. The cat is aging. I think this is supposed to reflect years worth of stuff, by the way. Do I think that we're going to see that little debris clear go off very often? Probably not. We might, but for the most part, we're just going after resources. And usually it's like the greens or the reds or the blues that are left over. So every 3 seconds, it's going to be... Well, we might actually see it more often than I thought, I guess. Maybe every... I kind of wish every 3 seconds it would just eat the debris from a layer. Because debris is the gray stuff, the stuff I keep calling iron. But now we have more laser damage, so we can eat through pretty much anything. The reds still do take a while to get through. But we need a bunch of green chips. Because we need thousands for the next tick upgrade. Which will make it so we don't need the accelerator nearly as much. It'll be less punishing for us if we get a miss, basically. Oh man. I'm not looking forward to the end of the game. I think this is a first that an incremental has actually gone this route for me, though. So I have to give them kudos there. Okay, so yeah, they do make a different noise whenever we hit the blue ones. So if we target just the elemental stuff... Okay, so we're getting down to probably... No, we might get to the 70s if we get enough energy things in here. Let's go ahead and bust these up. They're both targeting that one. Yeah, these just take forever to destroy. Got down to 71. We got 261 blues. We're getting to that end game. Ooh, okay, so we have that. Gonna get you. Gonna get you. So the cooldown is gonna keep going down on that. Cat is definitely moving slower as well. I have a feeling... This is just what I'm guessing. I could very well be extremely wrong. Part of me kind of hopes I am. What I have a feeling is we're going to finish making the song, and then the cat is going to pass. I hate the concept of that, but I think that is what's going to happen. But at the same time, that is how life do be doing. Life does flow like that. Although, getting a satisfying conclusion very rarely happens in life, if that's any consolation that we might actually get that in this. Because, generally speaking, almost everyone ends up with unfinished business in life. Unrequited love, unfinished projects, stories not told, answers not figured out, solutions not found. Family not found in some cases. There's all kinds of things that can be kind of the setback in life that is unfinished business. If there is an afterlife, maybe you actually get to solve it or figure out the answer there. I'm not going to pretend to know. There is no evidence for or against. Let's go ahead and get those because those are the top layers. That blue still takes forever to chew up. Are we actually going to be seeing the bottom layer here at all? Because we do have at least one more data thing to get, so. We're getting a lot more blues now per run. So it feels like it is not quite victory lapping us, but we are definitely having enough potential to get through the important things. Are we actually going to see... It's not at layer 80 because we can see layer 80. So is it going to be at layer 100? I don't know. Continue. I just watched the launch of the evacuation mission. What a wonderful thing. Did you see it? Yes, it's impressive. When are they picking you up? In a couple of hours. First, they need to stabilize their orbit and perform docking maneuvers. It's incredible what they do, my girl. I'm convinced they have everything under control. Yes. Tell me, what's weighing on your mind? I feel like my chest is being crushed. I can't stop thinking about things. Still can't process that we are leaving everything behind. They'll freeze me and I'll wake up in a different world. Feels like a strange dream. So in the end, I'm going to have an alien daughter. Planet Earth, was always too small for you anyways. Tell me, when I wake up, I won't be able to talk to you anymore. Oof, of course you will. You always will. Just close your eyes and speak, and I will listen. I won't be there in body, but I will be with you. You know I don't believe in those things. I was just mentioning, Jesus criminy. It's like they can read my mind. That or I'm very predictable like everybody else. Daughter, you are the smartest person I know, but sometimes you just have to listen to your mother. I'll always be there to take care of you, I promise. It doesn't take away the pain in my chest right now. Petting a cat also helps with that. That is true. Did you name her? I didn't have the time to do it. That is a shame. They need the station's transmissions to communicate with the evacuation ship. I have to go. Bendiciono. Dios te bendiga. Enjoy your trip and adventure. Aw. They never named the cat, though, you bastards. Oh, we're going to go for more time. We're going to go for more critical chance. I'll go ahead and grab that. I don't use overload protocol, but I guess we can work towards it. Let's go further. Man, we are just chewing through everything super fast. Okay, so we have more time as well. With these first few layers, we end up, I think, capping our battery, unfortunately. Which means that we don't really get the time advantage of going through them. I think we just missed by me moving the mouse too far off to the edge. Oops. Well, we're back up to, like, near full speed. We're in the red zone. Yeah, these, I end up just getting, like, these little red pillars being the reason I miss, because there's just, like, these little, like, tough points where there's nothing around them, but I have to take out that thing in the middle, otherwise... And it's just like, okay, hard points, cool, groovy. Okay, so we're down to that layer. But yeah, gut puncher the game, I think. That one hit me. Just the like, but I'll never see you again. Whenever you've had people pass in your life, that does actually just kind of like sit with you. Can only, I mean, I can't even imagine what it would be like to know that for like an entire planet. But for an individual, I actually know that. The joys of a family member with brain tumor passing. We knew it was coming. We just didn't know specifically what day. For me, I just happened to be out at a friend's birthday party whenever they passed. So, which is not necessarily. I learned about them passing after the fact. They didn't message me when it happened because we knew it was coming soon. We just didn't know the day. Okay, so we've got all those. Got air recirculation. We don't really have a choice on the resources. They just are there. The only thing I can control is how good or bad I am at targeting the laser, which, if you guys have noticed, I'm bad at it. These first several layers, we just chew them down. And yes, I am just running the mouse in circles. At this point, in a lot of games like this, they would just have it fully automated. But I'm fine with it not being that way. Good, like 3 or 4 hours is not bad. This said 2 to 3 hours to beat. We're currently closing in on 2 hours. So I think that's why another reason why I think we're getting close. Besides the like literally obvious narrative devices they're using to indicate that, hey, we're getting close. We're trying to get you to accept the concept of the cat dying by introducing the mother dying because of all this other stuff. I think as we get down here, I should probably just be following the red lasers. Obviously, as we get a faster fire rate, we're going to run into the issue of not being able to get across the map to where the red lights are before they are their thing. Before they are nuked. Okay, how much do we have? 65. Got that one sitting over there. Are we going to see the target layer, which is the next data entry soon? I just want to take forever to not reach there so I don't have to have that ending. So I have to go do something else before we get to it. I'm not going to intentionally do that. I might run into that issue just because I'm bad at video games, but we're eventually going to be getting more time per layer clear as well. We haven't run across a new resource yet. Get those two. Get this one over here. Get this one over there. That gets us another layer. And we're actually starting to run thin on blues now. Seems like every few layers they just have another just layer of not necessarily soft resources, but lighter to kill resources. Okay, so we got these over here. Okay, so the next data layer looks like it is at 100. We're getting a lot of every resource now. What's our next upgrade? We could get the second laser, deal 50%. Could get the targeting down. I think we actually want this. We're going to get you first. Then we can get 3 at 50%. They're already at 50%, but 3 of them would be... They're half our damage, so they're going to help us chew through stuff faster. Couldn't even bring 2 cats up here so we could have kittens. What is our next laser upgrade? I actually didn't see what it cost. I should probably double check that. Should also check what our next time upgrade is. So now each of those is doing about half the damage we are. So they should be able to, at least with the greens, be able to clear through them relatively quickly. They only fire once per second, but that's still better than a sharp stick in the eye. We're already down to reds. Okay. I am definitely feeling like we might be seeing the next data packet and then the end of the game. That's feeling like what it's leading me to. I don't think we're going to be getting all the upgrades to get to it. I don't feel like it's going to be one of those where we have to 100% to actually have a chance at it. I think it's going to be one of those where you get most of them, it gets you to that last story beat. I didn't notice if there was a layer below that 100 layer. Wouldn't be surprised if there is. Because like I said earlier, there might be an endless mode to this, like after the cat passes kind of situation. I'm not sure if I would have the guts to actually continue with that, but go get those going. But yeah, 3 lasers would probably be a nice addition to this. That way we'd be able to see if there's any alternate towers of stuff for us to chew through. They are softening up the stuff that we need to be targeting as well. By having that 50% damage, it's going to be a lot easier to get through them. Are we even going to get to 90 on this one? We are not progressing nearly as quickly as we did last time. Although we are about to get energy layers. Because they do include some here, and it did help. So yeah, it seems like the energy layers do show up every few layers as well. We got that going. Got you down. We might make it into the 90s again. I don't think we're going to make it as far as last time. Mainly because I'm not paying as much attention as I should be. Yeah, we only got into the late 80s, early 90s. Yeah, you're just 30 food. Oopgrads. Let's go for more laser damage. And we'll go for... I'm going to go for vulnerable blocks to get crits. That seems like not a terrible idea. This is going to be probably our next upgrade. We're getting enough to get an upgrade every time. That means it's pushing us to 100 next. Do we bother getting the upgrade for the trash removal? We never really see it past like level 50 something. We see it in these early levels. It's just a quick way down. Which, I mean, that's fine, but I'd rather have more actual damage to blocks that's not trying to clear. It might expand itself to be all blocks. That would actually be kind of not a bad thing. Okay, so now we have 37. We're still relatively full. I think 60 was the bottom of the reds. And 100 is our goal for the next data set. Do we have enough to get to it? I don't know. I was kind of expecting that to be our last laser upgrade, by the way. Maybe we'll send them, like, footage. And just something for them to reminisce about with their cat. Like, okay, this is the cat's life. It lived a happy, full, complete life. Enjoy waking up from your cryo sleep knowing you did at least the best you could for them. Even though I think you would have actually preferred taking them with you. Seems like a reasonable path. I really don't think there's going to be a happy ending to this. I do think it's just going to be like a, haha, time for the gut punch. Okay, we're into the 70s. Oh, we missed there. No. Still relatively full. So I do think we are decent chance of hitting 100. Unless I go and do a dumbs. Which means that we're going to get the next bit of the song. Sadly, due to how the editing works, I might be able to set the music up a bit for those scenes, but also at the same time, copyright claims are a risk. I don't think I'm going to get copyright claims on it. I think it is, they made it specifically for this game, but I think. I'm not sure, I haven't asked them. Is the song copyright claimed? I don't know. Going for the ending, though. There's the next data layer. Finally, I got the missing information to restore the doctor's song. Do you want to hear it? Hey, I have your song. Let's listen to it, shall we? It's a lullaby.
Emprende tus viajes, no mires atrás. Yo estaré a tu lado, aunque no me veas. Yo estaré contigo, así que no temas. Encuentra la luz. Ve a explorar, recorre otros cielos, no mires atrás. Yo estaré a tu lado, aunque no me veas. Yo estaré contigo, así que no temas. Si un día amanece gris, busca bien, yo estaré cuidándote en la oscuridad, en la eternidad. estaré cuidándote en la oscuridad, en la eternidad, para siempre.
Beautiful song, right, little one? Now it's kind of like gutting me a little bit more because you can still hear the purring, but kind of about 2/3 of the way through the song, if you watch the little biometric thing, yes. She knew it. The doctor knew it. I guess I couldn't do more. Energy levels 0.2%. Aw. What humans call the afterlife. Even though my processes tell me that is not possible, I now understand why they want to believe it's real. Knew it was coming. Still a gut punch, though. Well done. Incremental game that actually has a story. That actually has weight to it. Definitely check out this game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the playthrough. I liked this. I have to give them credit for it. It's really well done. That got me, even though I knew it was freaking coming. Oh, lordy. I'm glad that I didn't have to finish all of the skill tree too, though. Sorry for the getting into the sound there. Maybe I'll remember to cut that out. I probably won't. Okay, so it saved us there. Do we actually have... Yep, we have that. So we can continue to play if we want to. I don't have it in me to do the... I can get back to that point. I want to do endless. Okay. It's gonna kick me in the ass, but I'm gonna do a new game. Doing this right at the end of this feels so fucking wrong. After that, oh Lord. God. I didn't think it would hit me that hard, but it did. Okay, so we're gonna just do this. Understood. I'm gonna see what happens if we fail. Oh Lord. But yeah, that is... It's a bit of a gut punch for me just because I'm old and I've done these things. Let's go ahead and see what happens if we just don't get a yellow. We're just going to target this side and let the time run out. See if it actually punishes you for a failure state. But man. Ah, so it just says you have to retry that cycle. Okay. So the failure state doesn't actually give you a separate, even worse gut punch. But yeah, I liked it. Thank you for making this game solid. But keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath.